Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More. I'm outside my laundromat and car wash, and today I'm running into a slight problem that I haven't really had before, and that's there's a big family in there, and there's not really room for me to be in there doing my video, collecting coins, cleaning a little bit, doing the stuff I normally do. So I've just kind of been waiting in the apartment, hanging out, making some other videos for TikTok and stuff, and YouTube and Facebook, and enjoying the day. But I do have lots of things to do today, so I'm hoping they'll finish up. But they're doing tons of loads of laundry, and that's good, right? Good and bad. But we can check the car wash, the vacuum, all that. I'll talk about this trash and everything sitting right here, because that is good and bad, because it indicates something good that happened inside the laundromat, but then bad that all this trash is right here. And the apartment is listed for rent, so we'll talk about that too. So this is a laundromat and car wash I bought in June, and it's been really fun and exciting learning all about it. Still doesn't really make any money. We're working on that still. And then I also am taking over another laundromat that I'm taking a lease, that I'm leasing from a landlord. And that one will be much bigger, hopefully much more profitable. But that's taken some more work and time to get going. So hopefully that one gets going here soon too. But I'm so glad I bought this one. I learned a ton. It was kind of good to start off small, I think, and figure out a lot of the things I did before I jumped into buying a big one or taking over a big one like I did. And yeah, we'll still count coins. We'll see what's in there. We'll clean up a little bit. We've got some new cleaning supplies. See how much money we made this week too. We do officially have this apartment for rent. It's not very pretty though, and we've had one of our guys come by to empty trash about every week out of everything. But he hasn't been getting trash on this side, and need to get that taken care of. And then we had some heating work done. Our HVAC guys just left their trash here too. So a good reason not to leave trash laying around is because trash multiplies very quickly. So need to get our guys over here. Oh, that's their trash too. Geez, they left all their trash here. So most of that trash is theirs, just a little bit of it is ours, and most of ours was in trash cans, but it still needs to be emptied. We need to, I don't know if we need those cones, box over there. I need to clean this up just a little bit. But Nikki was saying, I'm gonna be really sad when we rent this apartment, because then I can't use it to count coins like I do. And I always use this counter right here to count the quarters, but I said, well, we'll just make it a stipulation in the lease that every week I get to come into their apartment and use their counter to count coins. That'll take care of that problem. But here's the bathroom. We do have it listed. We just listed it. We're listing it for $1,000 a month. And we've had some people who want to rent this and work on the laundromat. And basically, I think they want to live here for free and work like an hour a week at the laundromat. But I think it's just better to rent it separately. And if by chance we get someone who wants to help out the laundromat once in a while, that's just a bonus. But that would make it tricky if you get someone a deal, so they work in a laundromat, and it turns out they don't work there, or they're not working very good there. That could just make it a little bit rough trying to separate that agreement. So I think it's better just to have someone who straight rents this, and if they did want to work a little bit in the laundromat, then we could just pay them separately for that. So we'll go that route, and we'll see how it works. So I'm checking the car wash first, because there's a whole lot of people in the laundromat. And, oh, their fence blew down over there. That makes it a little bit awkward to check money and do all that when there's lots of people in there. But I guess the big busy laundromats have to do it at some point, because they're usually always busy. So I should look at it as a good problem to have. Not a good problem to have is this key is getting more and more stuck. I'm gonna need to replace this at some point. But we'll see how the car wash is doing. Oh, looks about the same as it has been. The beetle in there. Looks like a very old quarter. 1979. All right, we'll check the vacuum too. So I wanted to see how loud it was in here when the laundromat's going. So there's a family over there. They're doing a ton of laundry. And you can definitely hear the machines. I had a lapel mic, so I took that off. And So, I mean, it's not super loud in here, and the family was pretty loud. Kids screaming and making a lot of noise. And I can't hear them either, so that's good. Now, if we go over here, and this door is open over here, it's very, very loud. And we need to change that lock handle. But if it's shut, it's not very loud. So I think we're okay. It won't be too disturbing for people in this apartment. Maybe they'll like the white noise of a laundromat going, but we'll have to see how all that works out. Now, while we're waiting, I will mention I'm being very proactive and organized this year, and I have 4 masterminds scheduled in 2024 at my office here in Colorado. Those are limited to 10 people each. We have sit downs, go over your business, investing, all of that stuff. We go and tour places like the Laundromat, flips I have going, talk about finding deals, finding contractors, lending, all that cool stuff. And I'm doing 4 of those this year. I did 1 last year, kind of skipped a couple of years, so I'm trying to be more organized. But if you're interested in that, check out investformore.com and investformore.com/mastermind will take you right to that page. And then I've also got some different payment options we just figured out for people to do that too, which work on the mastermind and like my blueprint coaching program, some other stuff I've got going on too. And I do have a blueprint coaching call later this afternoon I need to get back to my office for as well. So that's another reason why I'd like to be able to get going on this and get moving, counting money and stuff, but we'll make it work, don't worry. I just thought of something. While I'm waiting, I can wash my car. Free car wash, and I'm just sitting in there like an idiot waiting around. I think it was actually Nikki who told me the other day, it's like, when you go to the laundromat and car wash, do you wash your car? I'm like, no, why would I do that? So I have access to a free car wash, and I barely even use it. So we'll do that while we're waiting. So that's done. And one thing I wish my car wash had, which it doesn't, is the spot-free rinse, because I do use that. And I learned, since having this car wash, basically the spot-free rinse is distilled water, go through an RODI filter or whatever it's called, reverse osmosis. Same kind of water I use for my fish tank. In my office, I have a system to get really clean, clear water. So when you have spots in your car, it's not because water leaves spots, it's all the chemicals and junk that's in your tap water, water from the city that leaves the spots. So if you have perfectly clear distilled water, it won't leave spots. You learn something new all the time. Okay, we're ready to check some boxes. It's taken a very long time, but those people were here forever. Oh, that's not a bad box. I don't have time to set up the camera and be all fancy and do that. I'm in a rush to get this done, get back to the office. Oh, that's the heaviest box we've ever had in that dryer, that's for sure. That's a good sign. That one family may have literally doubled all of our money. They were here. Oh, wow, that's definitely a record. I don't think that's gonna fit in there. Yes, I've been waiting for that time for a while where the dryer money would not fit in one container. So this is a good sign. This is encouraging. Get my bags here because I'm taking all this back to my office and I'll count it later because like I said, I've got my call that I have got to do. There's this one. There's a lot in that one too. Wow. Now I just have to remember to lock all these. That's my biggest issue I always have. And we're probably going to replace those two with more of these because we have them now, but not sure when that will. Okay, the dryers are done. We're doing top loader. That's pretty heavy too. We had the top loader debate in my other laundromat and whether you should have them or not. They do well here in a small one, but some of the bigger ones, I'm not so sure. Oh, pretty good. Like I said, one day all these will be full too, and I could definitely replace some of these with better top loaders as well. And this is not the Most efficient way to check keys. There we go. Pretty good. They had so much laundry, they had to leave some here and come back for it later. That one's always got a little bit. It's a very small washer, and very small coin box. That's definitely one we could replace with some of the nicer top loaders. Okay, so that's from the top loading washers. Pretty good. Now we'll do the front loader. All right, we'll see what's in these. Ooh. Okay. Hoping for a little more in that one. We'll see if there's more in this one. Oh, that's way better. That's better. I would assume the ones in front have the most use. So I want to start with the one that was farthest away first. Oh, that's better too. Whoops. I'm thinking this may be a new record for washers and dryers. I'm hoping. We'll see. I've never had to do this either, and that's take cash out of this machine twice. Well, I mean, fill it with quarters twice. So it's not super low, but I definitely need to put more quarters in there if I want to last till next week. So that's a really good sign as well. We'll see what's in the vending machine. Oh, better than last week. Not the most ever, but it's okay. The pop machine, it's getting a little lower. Not enough to replace it yet, but oh, maybe $2, maybe. I don't know how there's always an odd number of change in here. There must be some more falling somewhere. That's weird. Oh well. Okay, now we're doing lint traps really fast. I decided I actually like using my hand better to do this than the brush, because the brush gets everything so dusty and dirty. Whereas just using a glove with a hand is slightly less dusty, I guess. I say that, and this is pretty dusty. Oh, that one's very linty. I've been doing these once a week because I haven't needed it anymore. I might have to do that more than that. We're back in the office. My conference call is done. I was a few minutes late. I think it's the first time I've been late in like 6 years doing it, but that's okay. So I've got my other coin machine here. I've got two bad coin counters that don't make up for a good one, but that's okay. We're starting with the vending machine first. This is going to be weird though, because I've got $9 of this is from the candy, and then $1.75 is from the pop, and the rest is for the soap. So I'll have to figure that out. 99 quarters, but I'll go back and figure what that is out on my chart. But we should have a good amount here. Let's see. Washer. If I can remember all these. This is the vacuum. $55 for the vacuum. Car wash. $182 for the car wash. Is that a little? That's about what it was last week, I think. So now these should be the fun ones. Vending is done. We'll do the dryer next. Definitely a record for the dryer. $565 for the dryer. Definitely a new record. That's by far the most we've had. That's really cool. Okay. I think I might have to go back and look at my video again. 90% sure I put the new front loaders in this bag. This is the old ones. Oh, it feels like the old ones might have more. We'll start with the new ones here. What am I doing? But those sure looked like they'd be a record too. We'll see. You can't stop on 9 coins. $3.54 for that one. So $3.54, we'll remember that. And these are washers too, just the front loaders, I think. Or no, those are the front loaders, I'm pretty sure. I think there's more in the top loaders this time. Get to 800, come on, 800. Oh, it's gonna get to 800. Look at that. Definitely a new record. Oh, we got a random quarter, we'll throw it in there. Oh, it spit it out. That's why. $19.67 quarter it spit out, I don't know why. So, we don't know where that quarter came from. $8.04, definitely a record for the washers too. Good week. We just saw that we broke some records for washers and dryers. Now we can look at the total sales, and this chart is getting much more fun as we go along and get farther in time. It's pretty boring the first week, that's for sure. But we're going much better. We had a crazy anomaly in August with a very high week, and then went back down to normal. Then the last few weeks since we put in the new machines, things have been getting better and better. Then we had kind of a down week, and this week, look at that, by far our best week. The washers had over $200, dryers over $140, and they'd never gotten over $100 before. The car wash was down a touch. The vacuum, soap, vending, all that was about the same. Pretty inconsequential. The washers and dryers are definitely what are doing really well. And so it brings on the question of, if we have a big family in there, it was crazy. I looked at my cameras. That family was in there from like 8:30 to 1:30 today, the whole time. So, and usually if there's 1 or 2 people in there, I'll go in there. I can collect coins. It's not a big deal. But when there's a lot of people in there and they're using all the machines, it's tight and there's not much room to maneuver. So that's why I was waiting until they were done. And I'm glad I got there, a little later, not at 9 a.m. this morning and waited for 4 hours. Not that I would do that. And usually people will come in, start their load of laundry, then leave, and then come back. But they must love the laundromat. They're there forever. So anyway, if they're using all the machines, it's tough for other people to come in and use them. And that's the challenge of a small laundromat. And some people say, well, why don't you expand into the other side of the building? Well, that brings a lot of other issues. One, permitting. If we're expanding the laundromat, we'll probably have to do permits. The city could say, oh yeah, you're fine. Or they could make us redo the whole building. Who knows what would happen? With a laundromat, they may say, oh, you have to bring more water, or you don't have enough water from before. There's so many things that could happen when you bring in the permit issue. So that's the risk of that. There's probably not enough power in that building to add a bunch of more machines either. So that's the tricky part too. We might have to redo the panel, the meter, lots and lots of stuff that could be very, very expensive. Is it worth doing? Maybe, maybe not. If we can add a couple more dryers, add a couple of more washers, maybe it's good enough. We'll just have to see. So, but this was a nice surprise to see this much money coming in. If it keeps doing this, then it's probably making money, especially if we get a renter in there, and then if I eventually rent the shop out too, it could be doing a lot better. We still, I think I want to put some card readers in the car wash at some point. That would be something on our list to do. That could help out the car wash. Again, I have to check and see if the guys forgot to paint the sign on the side of the building for the car wash or what's going on there, because we'd asked them to do that a while ago, and sometimes people forget, but that might help as well. I personally will never use an automatic car wash on my cars. I'll only use the manual spray kind. So I know there's people who do like that kind, and it worked just fine on my car. So yeah, you could always add a spot-free rinse, some other stuff, some fancy stuff. That might be down the road later on in the future. We'll see. Definitely want to focus on getting the other laundromat open. We'll have many more videos on that. And we might have a new buyer for the complex. We'll see. More people have been showing an interest in that. We may or may not sell the Ocho. I don't know. We've got other flips that will be finished here very soon that we'll be showing you. Got another flip under contract to buy, so that's always exciting. We're definitely buying more flips now, which is good. I almost forgot I did a Facebook Live kind of short version last night, if anybody was there. I know Jason and Sven and the Fauci book commenter and Rob and some other people were on the live commenting, so that was really cool. Just did it in my garage talking real estate and cars. So I'll probably do some more of those lives. That's always fun. TikTok's trying to push lives to kind of challenge, or sorry, YouTube is trying to push lives to challenge TikTok. So those are fun to do as well. So I'll try and give some notice on when I plan to do them, but that's fun having some people on there, and who knows how those will do. They just started that format on YouTube, and we have lots and lots of stuff going on. So love to hear what you think on this. Love to hear what you think of the laundromat. We'll keep chugging away at this one, and hopefully it keeps doing well while we get the other bigger one, nicer one up and running, and then it'll be really exciting to see what it does once it's open. All right, thanks for watching. Love to hear the comments, and we'll be back soon.